Reportedly interviewing two additional candidates for Treasury Secretary at Mar-a-Lago today. Those people, Kevin Warsh, former Federal Reserve Governor, also Mark Rowan, CEO of Apollo Global Management. Reminder, Apollo is the parent company of Yahoo Finance. Meantime, Trump ally Elon Musk shared his support for Howard Lutnick. He is the billionaire co-chair of Trump's transition team. That's just the latest that we've heard from Trump and the members he's considering for his cabinet. For more on what's to come with the decision, we've got Isaac Boltansky. He is BTIG Director of Policy Research. Isaac, always great to speak with you. A lot of big names, a lot of headshots on our full screen there. Talk to us about what is going to be the key thing that determines who is selected for Treasury Secretary.
Look, I think what we've seen over the past few days is Bessent was the clear front runner, and I think he has been fading pretty quickly here. The Elon Musk commentary over the weekend, I think, was noteworthy. But we've also got to remember that is just a historical matter. President Trump doesn't like this sort of public infighting from his folks. And so I think just conceptually where I'm headed now is I think they're actively looking for a third candidate here. And I would add to that list Senator Hagerty from Tennessee. He's a name that you keep hearing here in town. And so, look, I hope by the end of the week we know who the Treasury Secretary nominee is. I think that person is going to probably be easily confirmed if it's one of the folks we've been talking about. But what I keep reminding clients of, whoever this person is not going to be deciding policy on the big ticket items like tariffs, like immigration policy. All of that's still coming out of the Oval Office. This is still going to be a presidency that is driven by what Trump wants and when Trump wants it.
Isaac, correct me here, but it seems like the market still wants Bessent. That's certainly what I've heard from sources over the past couple of days here. If he doesn't pick Scott, what does that signal about how sensitive Trump is going to be to the whims of the market over the next 4 years? And is he going to be less sensitive to that than he was in his first time in the White House?
Yeah, look, I think that this is a fair framing. And if we have Bessent as the pick, I think that it's going to reinforce what many of us, including myself, believe, which is that the market is ultimately going to be a governor on some of Trump's policy moves. And it could be a replay of what we saw previously was the Trump administration viewing itself as a, quote, mark-to-market administration and really tying itself to the performance of the stock market. And so that's what Bessent tells us. If it's Lutnick, I think that the market needs to prepare for, I think, a more aggressive pushing on the tariff side of the story, and perhaps not as much interest in near-term volatility in markets. That's how the framing comes out for me. In between there is everyone else. And one of the reasons that I keep mentioning Senator Hagerty's name is I think that he fits kind of perfectly in between those two poles.
A lot of picks to this point for appointments have really kind of elicited reactions to just say, and almost sounded just like good punchlines to jokes. At this juncture, is it clear who's emerging as the adult in the room to really have the ear of President-elect Trump that could guide business policy and give a lot of CEOs something to at least negotiate with or have some type of inclination to know how this next Trump presidency might govern itself?
Yeah, look, I think we're all hanging on every word from Elon Musk. I think that he is seen as the tip of the spear there. I think there are also some who focus on the comments of, for example, Larry Kudlow. I think that he still has the presidency here. But, all of this is really just reminding ourselves of history. And if you go back to Trump 1, there was no singular voice, right? Mnuchin had the presidency here, but so did Larry Kudlow. So did other business advisors, business experts in the community. It's always been advice by committee. And that's the way that I think that this administration is going to run as well. I know that there is concern at how the Treasury Secretary pick work has gone so far, but I think it underscores how important Trump views the business community, the economic issues that are ahead of us. And there's a reason that it's taking so long.